Everybody, thank you for tuning in to Kaitribbean Cuisine. On today's menu, rum. Actually, we're going to be channeling our Rastafarian brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, more specifically from Jamaica. No, we will not be using any illegal substances in and around our dish, but we will be using an ingredient that has the potential to kill a human being in less than 30 minutes. But more on that later. Let's get to our dish. So here we're going to be using spinach and rainbow Swiss chard. The dish is going to be called Swiss callaloo, and I named it that because of the two key players. So we're using Swiss chard and rainbow chard, and we were going to be using callaloo, but due to our lack of callaloo plants growing here in Chicago in November, I had to substitute spinach in for that, which is perfectly fine because spinach has the same exact texture, taste, and overall flavor as callaloo, so that should be completely fine for substituting that dish. Cut. So a little bit more on callaloo as a whole. Usually in the Caribbean they use it as a side dish, so similar to what we know as cream spinach, or they use it in a soup. So usually callaloo with beans or so. But Chris De La Rosa from CaribbeanPot.com amped up this recipe and made it the main dish. And he also calls it, not just him, but most Caribbeans call it chori bhaji or just bhaji, but we're not even going to go there. But he amped up this dish, made it to the main course. Hashtag spinach callaloo, hashtag entree style, hashtag more greens in your diet. Say hello, have a good shot and try it.
Hello everybody, I'm Toxpinotia. I'm so happy to be here today to cook this lovely meal for you.
So here we have the garlic and the onion that are just being sweated out right now. So we used one medium onion, just thinly sliced it, and then we had 4 cloves of garlic, and we used about a tablespoon of coconut oil, and we are heating this on medium to high heat because coconut oil has a smoke point of about 350, like 360, so we're going to leave it around 350 just to keep those carcinogens to a minimum, and we're going to start our dish. We've already got the garlic and the onion sweating out on the stove that Toxpinotia has put on for us, and we've also got some plantain chips in the oven. We'll show you how to prepare that later. So let's go to the callaloo / spinach and the chard right now. So before you even start cutting this, make sure you wash it thoroughly and make sure you take off all those little nasty pieces with holes or brown spots in them because we don't want that. We're cutting the spinach into about half-inch pieces. If you like a little bit bigger, keep going with that, but we're just going to keep going down the line. So, as I said earlier, we thoroughly washed this, and now we're just cutting this into some ribbons. Good stuff. Don't let those little pieces fly away there.
That is quite beautiful. The colour is just excellent. Right, yeah.
Good stuff.
Now what do? You go all the way to the end, or how far?
Yes. So earlier we had Toxpinotia here cut off some of the really woody ends that we're not going to be using. But we do want to keep some of these pieces in the dish to maintain that.
It looks like a piece of celery.
Yes.
It tastes like it's a little salty.
Yes.
It's quite good. It's quite good.
We're going to be keeping those pieces in the dish in order to maintain a little bit of flavor and a little bit of color. So we will
It's quite salty.
Try.
Right, so we're going to cut some more right here because it's sweating. I think it's caught sweating brilliantly.
Yeah, we've got a lot of. So we've wilted down a lot of the spinach already and a lot of the Swiss chard. So we're just going to keep cutting some more.
Quite good.
She likes the rum. We're going to keep cutting some more and adding it to this spot here to keep wilting it down and just continue our dish. We're also
just going to back up, right?
Yeah, cover it back up. We're going to be putting some authentic Caribbean spices into it. So usually they use Scotch bonnet pepper. Once again, due to our location in Chicago, we could not get Scotch bonnet pepper, but we're going to be using habanero pepper, just about 1/4 of a pepper.
Can I smell that?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it strong?
Oh, yeah. Don't touch your eyes.
Is it strong? It's spicy.
Very strong. So when you cut one of these, don't touch your face, don't touch your mouth, all the stuff you usually do, and use gloves because this is very, very hot. So we're going to add this. We're going to put the lid off. We're going to put Scotch bonnet pepper in. Once again, we use about a 1/4 of a pepper. put that in there, and then we'll mix it up a little bit.
I'll do that for you.
You want to mix it up?
Alright, okay.
Now, Scotch bonnet pepper and habanero have the same rating on the Scoville scale, so basically that's just index of heat, and they rank about a few slots below pepper spray. So, if you ever have any intruders in your house and you need to keep some Scotch bonnet peppers and habanero sitting around, just count them at the intruders when they come in, or if you run out of pepper spray in your purse, just keep them there, and then you can deter any potential muggers. So Tux Palladium is going to be testing our oil. It's ready to go. Yep, she's doing the splatter test, so you can actually see how the bubbles are coming off in the oil. It's ready to go. So we're going to start putting our cassava into that water. A little bit at a time, so just a few pieces at a time, because we don't want to overcrowd the pan. Should be good. And we can keep going a little bit, just making sure that there's enough room for each fry in that pan. And we will not be overcrowding because that might cause a little bit of backslash on us. We don't want to get burned. And we want to make sure that our cassava fries come out perfectly. Our cassava fries go in here in this pan, and we're going to check on our callaloo and our Swiss chard in a little bit. Okay, let's check on our Swiss callaloo. So we're getting it wilted down pretty good here. Now we're going to add some coconut milk. Hold on, let me stir this up real quick first. How's it smelling?
It smells good.
Good stuff?
Oh my god. It smells so
Get a
good.
little locked in there.
It smells delicious.
Awesome. Alright, here we go with the coconut milk. It's about
The colours.
a little bit more than an eighth of a cup. An eighth of a cup.
Made for the cup.
Stir it up in there. Get all of those flavors mixed in with every single green because we don't want to have too much concentration in one part. Now I like this not too soggy, so we're going to let that sweat off a little bit. You can see the vapors coming up there. We're also going to add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper and 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. Stir it up in there, get it mixed. Now, while we were waiting, we also took our cassava fries out. If you want to take a look at those, here they are. We added a little bit of lime juice to them, and then we put some pepper on them and some salt, and
They taste quite good, like a French fry.
they're awesome. Okay, so we'll wait on that. Let that marinate a little bit. Okay, so Tux Palladium here is going to be adding some halved Roma tomatoes. So we used about a cup of those. And she's also going to be putting in 1/2 of a lime, just some juice in there. We need a little bit of color in this, and we need a little bit more flavor in this, and we did not want to add the lime juice too early because those enzymes are going to break down in this dish.
A little bit
So
more.
here goes Moochie.
This butter's a little bit hard to squeeze. Oh, there we go.
As you can see, we've spun off quite a bit of that coconut milk we put in earlier. So we'll just keep on going, and then we're going to plate this sucker up. Okay, so we're going to plate this up really quick, and then Tux is going to give it a try for us. Give us a nice little flavor profile. How's that? It's good?
Alright, yeah, that's great.
Alright, let's get some fries on there for you. We're going to talk a little bit about these cassava fries too, and this is our poisonous part of the dish. Not anymore because we've cooked all of this.
The fries are poisonous.
They were.
Would you try it? Sounds great.
They were. And here's our dessert part, the plantains that we cooked earlier, baked earlier. So let's pan a little
Give it
bit.
a try.
Tux has her little fork over there, so she's going to give us a flavor profile.
Alright.
We've got Swiss callaloo, so Swiss chard.
Yeah. Right.
We'll do a Swiss chard, rainbow chard, some spinach in there. Then we have some baked plantains here, topped off with a little bit of Caribbean spice, cinnamon, and allspice drizzled with chocolate, and then some cassava French fries. Let's see what Mooch thinks here.
That is delicious.
Good stuff. Now, she's actually our guinea pig right now, and I think she's okay with that.
Right, I haven't died.
Yes.
Either die of this or the rum. I'm not sure which, but either way.
The cassava root actually has
Delicious.
cyanide glucosides in it, so when you cook it,
Great.
cyanide gas is produced usually, but it's always mostly in sweet and bitter cassava in the peel. So we peeled the entire thing off. Not only did we rinse it, we boiled it, we fried it, so we're good to go. But just as an extra precaution, we're gonna wait 30 minutes until Tux is here done eating to enjoy our own dish.
You know, it's good with this. It's got a little bit of punch to it. It's got a nice flavor. It's spicy.
Awesome.
A little bit
rum
salty.
with that or anything?
I would love some rum.
Okay.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. Keep it on me at all times.
it's quite great. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Smart thinker you are.
Awesome. So here's our dish. This is our food expert here. She loves it. Swiss callaloo, baked plantain, cassava fries. Good to go.
That's strong.
Thanks again
Bloody strong.
for
Thanks
tuning
coming
in. I'm
today.
going to strangle my partner.
This is delicious. You come and try it. Bye-bye.